Good morning everyone. In the earlier classes, we discussed about various linear and angular measurement devices. Those all devices are works by means of mechanical means. So now we will discuss about optical instruments. So by means of these instruments also we are going to measure linear measurements as well as angular measurements. But the working principle is based upon optics. So earlier instruments, the working principle is based upon the mechanical means. Now the working principle is based upon optics. So those are called optical measuring instruments. So among them the first one is tool maker's microscope. So this is the schematic of tool maker's microscope. So by means of this tool maker's microscope we can easily identify the profile of the components, so that we can measure the distance between two components. It means two elements. For example, if we want to manufacture a screw, after manufacturing we have to verify the component. So if the profile is very small, then we can use this micrometer, that is tool maker's microscope. So for example, the pitch of a screw is like this. So here if we want to identify the profile of this thread or the pitch from here to here, the linear distance or the angular measurements, all these elements can be identified by means of this tool maker's microscope. So here by means of this microscope we can magnify the elements and we can easily identify those parameters. So this is the tool maker's microscope. So by means of this we are magnifying and verifying the components. So now coming to the introduction. So the tool maker's microscope is an optical measuring machine. So the tool maker's microscope is optical measuring machine equipped for external and internal length measurements. So it is used for both external and internal length measurements as well as measurements on screw threads. So measurement of threads, profiles, curvatures and angles. So depends upon the component we can identify those threads, the profiles, curvatures and angles also. So the tool maker's microscope is versatile measuring instrument which is used to measure small and delicate parts. So if the components are very small and the material is not having high hardness or it is having very low hardness, then if we hold those components by means of mechanical measurement devices like vernier calipers, those are end standards. If we measure the component by means of end standards, the component may deform. So it means the dimension of the component may changes. So due to that we can get wrong values. So for that purpose we can use the micrometer also, this tool maker's microscope. So if the component is small, so here we need to magnify the component, then only we can easily identify the elements. So for magnification, it means if the component is small and delicate, it means the components are soft, then we can go for this tool maker's microscope. So small and delicate parts by optical means without the application of pressure. So if it is an end standard, we need to apply pressure. By means of pressure the component may deform. So to avoid those deformations, so we are going to use this tool maker's microscope. Next, it works on the principle of combination of optics and a screw gauge. It's a combination of optics and a screw gauge. But a few changes were added to it to make the operation more easier. So a light focuses on the object and through lens we can see the shadow of the objects. So here by means of tool maker's microscope, with the help of shadow, by means of shadow of the object we are identifying the elements which resembles the object. Next, more clear shadow would be enhance the accuracy of the measurement. So the more clear shadow enhances the accuracy of measurement. Next, it is designed for a variety of linear measurements. So a variety of linear measurements. So it means to identify the length, width, diameter, various linear measurements can be done by means of this process. Next, accurate angular measurements. So this is used for measuring degrees, minutes, seconds. So various angles. So measurement of complex complex form. Example, profile of external threads, tools, templates, gauges, etc. So profile of external threads. As we know that there are various types of threads. For example, V thread, square thread, buttress, ACME. Like that, we have different forms of threads. So depends upon the application, we need to use various forms. So to identify the profile of external thread, it means the form, whether it is a V thread or square thread or ACME, buttress. So like that, we need for identification of threads. Next, for identification of tools. So as we know that the tool angles are very important for machining. So if the angle or if the tip of the tool is wear or if the angle is not proper, then the machining time will increases. So for getting the proper tool angles, for identifying the tool angles, we can use this tool maker's microscope. It means for identifying clearance angle, rake angle. So similarly, various types of angles. Next, templates. So for identifying the profiles. Next, gauges. So pitch gauges, thread gauges. Next, form thread, profile gauges, like that, various gauges. Next, measuring center to center distance of holes in any plane. It can measure up to 1/10th of an mm. 1/100th of an mm and 1 minute. So for linear measurement, 1/10th of mm can be measured accurately, as well as 1 minute can be measured by means of this tool maker's microscope. So principle of measurement. So here a light source. So here it consists of a light source. So by means of light source, light ray is emitting. So the light ray is emitting and it is falling on a mirror. By means of this mirror, the light ray is deviating from one direction to other. So after that, the light ray is passing by means of an objective lens onto a prism. So here is a combination of 3 prisms. So here it consists of 3 prisms. So prism 1, 2 and then 3. So 3 prisms. So the light ray, by means of objective lens, the light ray is falling on prism 1 and it is deviating and it is falling on the prism 2 and then 3 and then it can be viewed through an eyepiece. So from here, through an eye, we can observe these measurements. So between eyepiece and a prism, we have a glass screen. So this glass screen consists of a rectile. It consists of a reference. So by means of this reference, we are identifying the elements of the component. So this glass screen consists of this type of profile. This profile is marked on this glass screen. So a ray of light from a light source is reflected by a mirror through 90 degrees. So by means of mirror, the light ray is passing through 90 degrees. It then passes through a transparent glass plate. So this one is objective lens, that is transparent glass plate. Next, a shadow image of the outline or counter of the workspaces passed through the objective of the optical head and is projected by a system of 3 prisms. By a system of 3 prisms to a ground glass screen. So on this objective, we are going to, it means on this glass screen, we are going to place a component. So here we are going to place our workpiece. So by means of this light ray, the shadow will passes through the prisms. So from here it is a light ray, direct light source. From here the shadow is traveling towards the prisms. Observations are made through an eyepiece. So from this eyepiece, we are going to make these observations. Observations are made through an eyepiece. Next, measurements are made by means of cross lines. So by means of cross lines. cross lines engraved on the ground glass screen. So on this ground glass screen, a cross lines. So this is the cross line. This cross line is marked on this ground glass screen. The screen can be rotated through 360 degrees. The angle of rotation is read through an auxiliary eyepiece. So this is the schematic. This is the line diagram of toolmaker's microscope. So the components. So here it consists of a base. So it consists of a rigid base. So on the top of this rigid base, we have a column. A supporting column is mounted on a rigid base. So this base is in robust construction, and a column, a vertical column, supporting column is mounted on the base. So on the top of this base, a table is mounted. So here is a table. A table is mounted on the base. On the top of the table, work holding devices. It means vices or some other devices. So depends upon the application, we can use various work holding devices. So next, this table can be moved in two directions, that is X and Y directions. Those two directions, those movements are controlled by means of 2 micrometers. So micrometer 1 and micrometer 2. So by means of 2 micrometers, the table, the movement of the direction can be controlled. So here this is the micrometer 1. So this is 1 and this is the micrometer 2. By means of these 2 micrometers, we can control the movement of our table, that is in X and Y directions. Next, an optical head. An optical head is mounted on this vertical column. So this consists of a cross railing. So by means of this railing, this optical head can be moved up and down. So linearly up and down, this optical head can be moved. So depends upon the position of the workpiece. For adjusting the focal length, this optical head can be moved up and down by means of this cross lines. So next, after that, so this consists of a clamping screw. So by means of this clamping screw, we can hold the optical head at any position. So to retain it, by means of this clamping screw, we are locking the optical head. Next, so by means of surface illuminator. So surface illuminator is a light source. So it is used for reflecting. It is used for projecting a light on the workpiece. So it's an optional. So some micrometers, some toolmaker's microscope consists of this surface illuminator and some doesn't have. So this is an optional one. So and then it consists of an eyepiece. By means of this eyepiece, we are going to see or picturize the component. So for picturizing the profile of the component, we are going to visualize from this eyepiece. Next, focusing knob. For adjusting the focal length. So it means for a For adjusting the focal length, we are going to use this focus knob. By means of this knob, we can adjust the focal length of the plane. So next, coming to the construction. So object to be measured. So object, or is the workpiece, the measurements to be measured is placed on the glass table. So here, on the top of this, here we are going to place our workpiece. On the top of a glass plate, we are going to place our object. Glass table is provided with 3 scales on it. 3 scales on it. 2 scales are made for measuring X and Y directions. So 2 scales are for measuring X and Y direction and the movement of the table in the respective direction. Next, the other scale, the third scale is meant for measuring the rotation. So for angular measurement, we are going to use third scale, and for linear measurements, 1 and 2 scales are generally used. Next, object is measured. A rotatable table is provided over the stage on which the workpiece can be fixed either directly or between centers. So depends upon the profile of the component, we can use any type of work holding devices. So it means it can directly connect the component or by means of centers. So depends upon the profile. If the component is conical or cylindrical, then we need to use this type of centers. If it is a regular component, by means of regular wires, we can directly hold the component. The measuring ranges of each micrometer is 25 mm. So the measuring range of each micrometer is 25 mm. So these are the micrometers. So as we mentioned, it consists of 2 micrometers, that is micrometer 1 and micrometer 2. So by means of 2 micrometers, we are adjusting the movement of the table, or we are controlling the movement of the table in both x and y directions. Next, working. So the component being measured is illuminated through light method. By means of a light method, we are imagining the component. So a parallel beam of light illuminates the lower side of the workpiece, which is then received by the objective lens in its way to a prism that deflects the light rays in the direction of the measuring ocular and the projection screen. Next, the direction of illumination can be tilted with respect to the workpiece. It can be tilted with respect to the workpiece by tilting the measuring head, and the whole optical systems. So, next, this included illumination is necessary in some cases, as in screw thread measurements. So, measuring principle. The workpiece to be checked is arranged in the path of rays of the lighting equipment. It produces a shadow image. So it produces a shadow image which is viewed with the micropiece eyepiece. So from the eyepiece we can view only the shadow of the component, having either a suitable mark for aiming at the next points of the objects, or in case of often occurring profiles. Example, for identifying the threads or roundings, standard line pattern for comparison with the shadow image of the text object is projected ground on the glass screen. The addition of this method, measuring operations are also possible by use of axial reaction method, which can be recommended especially for thread measuring. For thread measuring, we can use one more method, that is axial reaction method. This involves approach measuring knife edges and measurement in axial section of threads according to applications. So applications of tool makers microscope. So the large tool makers microscope is suitable for the following bits of applications. So length measurements. So this can be used for length measurements in both Cartesian and polar coordinates. Next, angle measurement of tools. So it is used for angle measurement of tools. Again, threading tools, punches, gauges, templates, etc. Next, thread measuring. It means it is used for measuring the profile of major and minor diameters, height of the lead, thread angle, profile's position with respect to the thread axis, and the shape of the thread. So these all elements can be identified by means of this tool maker's microscope. Next, so along with measurement, this can also be used for comparison. So comparison between centers and drawn patterns and drawings of the projected profiles. So one sheet or one component can be compared with the other component. Next, examination of form tools, plate, template gauges, punches, dies, angular grooved and threaded hooks, etc. Next, elements of external threads forms a screw, plug gauges. So this can be used for identifying the plug gauges, tabs, valve and similar components.